Hello, friends. It's WDWL TV, broadcasting from Grumpy Vulture Boulevard, and coming to you from Studio B. It's me, the grumpy old man. And up until I tried to go on the air, I was in a good mood. Then, I no sooner get this mess straightened out, okay? I go to start, and what pops up? Oh, update required. I just did a shitload of updates to get this working again because somehow the software screwed up. So I do the update, okay? Update goes in, perfect. I go to start the show. I got no goddamn microphone. Nothing. I have to close everything out and go in. No microphone. I'm in the settings. It says no microphone. It's right here. So I have to shut the computer down, do a restart, reload Prism, and then all of a sudden, there's a microphone. While I was telling Prism, it's right goddamn here. It's here, right here, the microphone. Okay, we recognize the microphone, all right? We don't recognize the camera. Now, as soon as you open Prism, it automatically turns on the camera, which is right there. Wouldn't turn the camera on. Shut down, restart. Okay, we're finally recognizing the camera and the microphone. Needless to say, I do not know why everything all of a sudden is giving me a shitload of problems. For 2 years, I didn't have any problems. All of a sudden, you got to get streaming software in order to... back in the day, I would do a YouTube stream, then upload it to Faceplant, okay? Well, now with this fancy schmancy streaming software, I can do both at once. Great, it saves me a step. No, it's been nothing but a pain in my ass. Okay? Why am I getting a red light? Why am I getting a red light? Red light means I'm overmodulated. So Grumpy has not been happy lately. Okay? So, I get all this shit straightened out finally. And then I'm planning for doing my Grumpy's Legal on Wednesday, okay? The item that I ordered for my Grumpy's Legal was supposed to be here Monday. Not here. So I go in and check the tracking numbers. It's been sitting in Columbus for 4 days. Now you mean to tell me that there are no packages in Columbus besides mine coming to Cleveland? I find that hard to believe, USPS. Why is my package sitting for 4 days in Columbus? It was supposed to be here Monday. Now they're telling me, oh, we can't give you a delivery date. I wanted it for tomorrow. I planned on it for tomorrow. I don't want to use the old costume. I want to know, I want the new. No, USPS is going to have it their way. You'll get it when you get it, grumpy old man. Yeah. Not happy. Speaking of, you better not move. Got it, bird? Or I'll zip tie your beak. Oh, he gets to sit in the studio now. I said fine. He better not open his little beak, or I'll zip tie it shut. And he thinks I'm kidding. There we go. A beak zip tire. See it? I told him if he opens his little beak, it'll be the last time I have a beak zip tie right here. Damn bird. So I agreed he could sit and observe. He thinks with my back turned, I can't see him. What he doesn't realize is I can see him just fine. So, I have repairs to do on my RAV4. I told you last week I have a broken fuel line that is buried somewhere between the intake and the engine block. There's so much shit up underneath there, I can't see where the fuel line is. I was planning on doing it the last couple of days, except Cleveland's summer has turned into Cleveland's fall. Yeah, 56 degrees this morning. Grumpy don't work in 56-degree weather. No. It's been in the 50s for the last several days. Weather, this is June. Summer, not fall. Yeah, it's been sitting. I have everything. I got the new jack. I got the parts for the jack stands. I got the creeper because Grumpy can't slide on cardboard on the driveway anymore. Everything's ready to go. Except the fucking weather. Not happy. Oh, now, I mean, it's not like I don't have transportation. I've got the shitbox. It's running perfect. But you know, I'd like to alternate vehicles. And I can't use the RAV with a broken gasoline line that I can't see. Maybe I'll get lucky. I think it's the line that's coming from the tank to the fuel filter. But in order for me to find it, I have to turn the ignition on, okay? Which will start the fuel pump. Once the fuel pump starts, there will be gasoline leaking everywhere. Oh, no, they can't put it right in the open. No, they got to bury it up under the intake. Not like the Nissan. Oh, the Nissan was a piece of cake. You know, when I had to replace a fuel line, simple. I went from the gas tank all the way along the frame rail up to the intake manifold. Had it done in under 30 minutes because I had to run 2 lines. Because on these new goddamn systems, it's like a diesel. You got a return line. But it still took me less than 30 minutes to run both lines on the shitbox. I think this RAV is going to be one of them repairs where young children can't be within hearing distance of the grumpy old man, because I think there's going to be some electrifying language while I try to repair this thing. Although I did luck out because I found out since it needs front brake pads, they're not going to be the pain in the ass I thought they would be. Toyota actually did something right, because all it takes is loosening the top bolt on the caliper, compressing the piston, removing the bottom bolt, and the caliper swings out of the way. Not like the shit box. In order for me to do brakes on the shit box, I have to remove the whole hub assembly. Yeah, you ever hear of that? Gotta take everything off. Because what they do is they bolt the rotor to the hub. Now, they don't make it easy because they bolt to the backside. So, you got to take the bearings out in order to remove the hub assembly. I don't like messing with wheel bearings, because if you over-tighten them, you fuck them up. And Grumpy has a bad habit. Yeah. Needless to say, the brakes on the Nissan are going to wait for a little while, because I'm going to have to lower my blood pressure when I finish with the Toyota. A friend sent me something quite appropriate for the shitbox. He sent me a fancy decal that says, official member of the Shitbox Nation, honk if something falls off. Quite appropriate, because every time I slam the door, another piece of the body falls off. So now I gotta put this on the tailgate. And believe me, I will probably hear a lot of honking. Honk if something falls off. I gotta thank him for sending this. Quite appropriate. He also sent me some emblems that say Shitbox Edition. Quite appropriate. Again, he's thinking of me because I keep calling it the Shitbox. So he found me Shitbox Edition emblems. Although he did send me some other interesting emblems, like the Asshole Edition. He thinks he's funny. Yeah, he sent me 2. Asshole Edition. He also sent me 2 bucket editions. Yeah. These should be on the RAV, because I'm sure I'm going to be saying that a lot while I'm trying to find the fuel line. Yeah. My buddy has a strange sense of humor. Something like Grumpy's. Then Grumpy's day didn't start too well. No. I come into the studio to do a little early morning prep, okay? I slide my chair into the console, and this console has a 90-degree molding that comes to a point. I slide in. Now, I've been saying I got to put some styrofoam protection on that because it stabs me in the knee. So what happens? I slide in. I bang my knee on that goddamn 90-degree point, and my cigarette lighter falls into my cup of coffee. At least it works. Yeah. Fell right in. Dunk. Needless to say, there were a lot of interesting words in the studio and not happy, happy, happy words. No. Very ugly words. Not to be heard by a little child. Because he would have gone home and repeated them and went, guess what I heard today? And Grumpy would have been getting a lot of ugly parental phone calls, if you catch my drift. So, that was the start of my day. Then looking at the temperature going, 56 degrees? Is this October? Did I oversleep by a couple of months? Ugh. I guess we're paying for that mild winter that we had. By the time it warms up, it'll be snowing. That's the way Cleveland weather is. So, that's what's been going on with me lately. But we're going to end on a bit of a humorous note, because I found something interesting. In this month's Reader's Digestion. Yeah, look at that. That's 2 months. That's a 2-month edition. Look at that. It used to be, back in the day, 325 pages. This is 2 months. But it says here, there must be a story behind the names of these American towns. The first one, Big Bottom, Washington. Oh. Hope You Like It, Georgia. How did they come up with the name of that? Hope You Like It. Were they like sitting around in the town hall one day and went, gee, this is a nice place to visit. And we always tell people, if you come to visit, we hope you like it. And someone going, wait! We'll name it, Hope You Like It. Hey. How about, I like this one, Beer Bottle Crossing, Idaho. Beer Bottle Crossing. You mean there's actually, you can walk down the street with an open container and there is a certain crosswalk for anybody carrying a beer bottle? Interesting. I like this one. Cheesequake, New Jersey. Not cheesecake. Not earthquake. Cheesequake. What were these people thinking? Although here's a city I'm going to visit. Mainly because I live in this state. Dull, Ohio. Must not be any excitement in that town. Dull, Ohio. Almost as good as Hell, Michigan. I like that one. When they say, wait till hell freezes over. And then you see the forecast. Hell, Michigan, 28 degrees. Frozen. Why not North Carolina? Why not? Why? How do these people like have a dartboard or? Here's a cool one. I want to go visit Accident, Maryland. Maybe not. Accident, Maryland. Hey. Maybe I'll put that one. That'll be lower on my bucket list. Handsome Eddie, New York. Who names a town Handsome Eddie? Is maybe like the next town over Ugly Betty? First you visit Handsome Eddie, then you visit Ugly Betty. And last but not least, Worms, Nebraska. Worms? Worms? Where do you live? Worms, Nebraska. Worms. That's almost as good as... Who was the musician? I think Glenn Campbell, don't quote me, lived in Delight, Arkansas. Delight. Kind of reminds me of a couple others, like Mud Butt, North Dakota. Mud Butt. And Left Snowshoe, Idaho. Like I say, what are these people thinking? Although I think it's kind of cute. Where do you live? Mud Butt, North Dakota. How did they name that? Did the mayor slip one day, fall into mud, and they went, "Hey, look, you got a mud butt." And the mayor went, "I think we'll name the town after that. Mud Butt." Dull, Ohio. I might want to visit there. Then again, maybe not. I mean, evidently this town doesn't have a movie theater, no recreation centers, no bars. Must just be a bunch of buildings. What do you do for excitement around here? We stare at the grass and watch it grow. Must be. Because who would name a town dull? Any excitement here? No, it's dull. Police cars don't even have sirens. No need. It's so dull, you might disturb somebody with a siren. Dull. But since I live in Ohio, I might want to check it out. And with that, I think Grumpy's going to check out, because I saw a little fluttering there, and I'm still having some time constraints with my GPU. It still doesn't like me, even though it's supposedly been tuned up. No, we don't have the new one yet. So I got to watch, because if I get over 30 minutes, where am I? Yep, see? I'm coming up on 29, and I'm getting that flutter I see. And then after the flutter, I freeze. Just kidding. That was me. Although the bird is pretty well frozen over there. But with that, we're going to sign. Oh, see that little flutter? Did you see it? That's telling me something. So Grumpy better say good night. And I will chat with you tomorrow. Maybe we can do Grumpy's legal tomorrow. My fingers are crossed that the post office will finally ship my package. But if not, Grumpy's legal will have to wait till like next Wednesday, because that's when we decided to do it. We figured it would be a good hump day item. So keep your fingers crossed. And with that, hopefully my clicker works.